When Walmart slaps a clearance yellow tag on a product, it could either be the best deal you'll see all year or the most expensive money trap you've ever walked into. The difference lies in the reason behind it, and that is exactly what this list is going to lay out clearly for you before you plan your next trip. You'd be awesome if you liked this video. Keurig K-Express. The markdowns that Walmart is running are not because there is an issue with the product, but because they need to push massive volume out of their warehouses before summer ends. The Keurig K-Express Essentials is currently in that exact situation, dropping from its original price of $79 down to $49. And if you are thinking about buying a pod coffee maker for the first time, this is a rare window of time to pull the trigger without having to overthink it. This machine doesn't need a lot of explanation. It is compact enough that it doesn't take up a significant amount of countertop space, finishes brewing in less than a minute, and the strong brew feature is a real plus for anyone who can't start their morning with a weak cup of coffee. More importantly, it is compatible with all K-Cup pods on the market, so you aren't locked into any single brand name. At the $49 mark, this is a price threshold that traditional drip coffee makers from Mr. Coffee or Black Plus Decker simply cannot compete with in terms of convenience. Drio Tower Fan. Drio is not a name that appears on TV commercials, but inside smart shopping groups in the US, this is a brand mentioned pretty regularly, especially for their tower fan line. The 42-inch model is currently being slashed by Walmart from $89 down to $64, right at the exact time when demand peaks for the year, and that is the reason you should keep an eye on it before the shelves go empty. The point that sets Drio apart from flimsy plastic tower fans in the same price range is that its operating noise level is under 34 decibels, meaning you can leave it running all night long without being disturbed. For rooms currently running air conditioning, a tower fan placed in the correct corner will help circulate the cold air more evenly, thereby reducing the load on the AC system and extending the lifespan of the air conditioner over time. This isn't a benefit you see right away, but you will feel it on your electricity bill at the end of the month. Compared to Lasco, Drio is a bit more expensive, but the quietness and smoother airflow are things that anyone who has used it overnight will truly understand the difference in. Walmart is putting a markdown tag on a familiar product that millions of Americans are using every single day, and the reason they are clearing it out is the exact thing you really need to know before making a decision. Oral-B IO Series 4. Looking at the Oral-B IO Series 4 electric toothbrush, currently yellow tagged for clearance from $99 down to $69, it is very easy to think that this is an opportunity to step into a premium product line at an affordable price point. But this is exactly the type of deal where you need to pause and read carefully before putting your hands on the shopping cart. The issue isn't the machine itself, but rather what happens after you bring it home. The IO Series 4 line utilizes specialized replacement brush heads that cost nearly double compared to traditional Oral-B lines, and as the company is shifting entirely to newer IO generations, this specific type of brush head is gradually becoming scarce on the shelves. You are buying into an ecosystem that is progressively shrinking, not expanding. Another risk that few people think about is the battery. The machines sitting inside these clearance boxes have often gone through a long period of shelf storage, and lithium-ion batteries that are not regularly charged and discharged will degrade in a way that you will only discover after a few weeks of use. Beats Studio Pro. This is one of those rare times when the reason for clearance is entirely to the buyer's advantage. Walmart completely overestimated the appeal of the navy version compared to the black or camo colors, which sold out much earlier, leading to a localized overstock situation on the shelves. As a result, the Navy Beats Studio Pro is being marked down from $349 to $161, which is a massive drop of over 54%. At its original price of $349, the Beats Studio Pro is usually weighed against Sony or Bose and sometimes loses out in terms of comfort for long-term wear. But once it hits $161, the game changes entirely. The signature bass sound profile, excellent active noise cancellation, and a 40-hour battery life are things you typically have to pay $250 or more to get from other brands. Apple almost never lets its products receive a straight markdown at major retail chains, but this time is an exception at Walmart. AirPods Max. Apple doesn't discount their products in the conventional way, and that is why the $449 price tag for the AirPods Max at Walmart this week deserves a lot more attention than that number might sound. Saving $80 off the original retail price of $529 might not sound as impressive as the 50% off deals on other products, but for Apple, this is a rare straight markdown at any major retail chain, including Best Buy or Target. The reason is because Apple is transitioning entirely to the USB-C port and launching a new color lineup, forcing Walmart to clear the runway for the new shipment by slashing prices on existing colorways, including blue, purple, and starlight. In terms of actual experience, the AirPods Max remain the ultimate audio device in the Apple ecosystem, with an unrivaled spatial audio surround sound technology for watching movies, a solid aluminum unibody framework, and breathable knit mesh ear cushions. If you are an iPhone user and don't have a worthy pair of over-ear headphones yet, this is a rare opportunity to buy in at the perfect time. JBL Bar 500. The discounted price of $520 for a JBL Bar 500 at the Walmart storefront sounds like a good deal compared to the original price of $689. But this is exactly when you need to pause for 30 seconds before putting your hands on the shopping cart. Walmart Online itself and Best Buy are both selling this exact JBL Bar 500 for $449 during this event week, meaning that $520 price at the storefront is not a deal. It is a textbook psychological trap where the clearance yellow tag creates a sensation of a discount that actually doesn't exist. You are paying an extra $71 just because you conveniently picked up the box in-store instead of taking 30 seconds to check the price online. If you genuinely want the JBL Bar 500, this is still a product well worth it at the $449 mark, featuring a powerful wireless subwoofer system and a truly cinematic sound profile. But go ahead and order it right on your phone right from the parking lot. Don't let being in a rush cost you an unnecessary $71. Sony WH-1000 XM4. Sony has already launched the XM5 generation, but continues to maintain production for the XM4 due to its massive fan base, and that is creating an unusually beneficial situation for buyers this week. Walmart is applying a $199 price tag to these headphones, a straight markdown of $149 from the original price of $348. And this is a rare occasion where you see the XM4 lineup dip below the $200 threshold at any major retail chain, including Costco or Sam's Club. The reason for this markdown is quite practical. Walmart wants to capture market share in the premium headphone segment right during the peak summer travel and commuting season. And they chose the XM4 because this is a device line that has been proven long enough that it requires no further convincing regarding its quality. The active noise cancellation capabilities of the XM4 are top tier in its class, filtering out airplane engine noise, street noise, or the TV sound from the next room without creating an uncomfortable plugged ear sensation. At $199, the XM4 not only completely edges out JBL or Skullcandy in the same price range, but it also makes spending the extra cash on the XM5 significantly harder to justify. Hisense R652 soundbar. Not everyone needs a $500 sound system just to have a better movie watching experience than the TV's built-in speakers. Hisense knows that, and the R652 is their answer for that segment, until the new model came along and this one needed to make room. That is the reason the R652 is being slashed from $149 down to $79 at Walmart this week. This is a clearance due to a product line upgrade, not because there is any issue with the machine itself. For $79, you get a soundbar with a stable Bluetooth connection, a clean design that doesn't take up space, and most importantly, a noticeable sound improvement over the built-in speakers of any TV in the budget price range. Mainstays Patio Set. A complete outdoor furniture set with cushions for under $200 is a number you rarely see at Target or Home Depot, even during summer sales. Walmart is dropping this 3-piece mainstay set from $299 down to $198, and the reason is quite practical. They need to clear out the floor space before switching over to display school supplies for the back-to-school season next month. The set includes 2 armchairs with thick cushions and a tempered glass-top coffee table. The PE rattan wicker material over a powder-coated steel frame is durable enough to withstand the harsh summer sun and summer rain showers without any worries about becoming brittle, breaking, or developing mold and mildew. A price tag of $198 for an outdoor furniture set with cushions is a rare find no matter where you look, and likely after this run, the shelves will make room for backpacks and crayons, not for a deeper markdown. Clearance isn't always because a product has an issue. Sometimes it's simply because the color isn't popular enough, and that is exactly when smart buyers strike. Eclipse Blackout Curtains. Walmart is running a seasonal inventory liquidation on the Eclipse Absolute Zero Blackout Curtain line, slashing the price from $30 down to $14 for the blue versions and darker colorways that are harder to sell. It's simply because the surge of buyers rushed for the neutral colors, causing those to sell out first, leaving the more selective tones waiting to be cleared out before fall. This is the exact type of clearance that smart buyers usually wait for. There is nothing wrong with the product. The color just wasn't the first choice for the majority. If blue or dark tones fit your home space, then $14 for an absolute blackout curtain panel from Eclipse is a price point that even the basic Mainstays line cannot compete with in terms of thermal insulation efficiency. Eclipse's light-blocking weave technology blocks UV rays and keeps room temperatures noticeably cooler during the hot season, meaning each of these $14 curtain panels is helping the air conditioner avoid running at full capacity. The savings on the electricity bill at the end of the month will offset the price of the curtains faster than you think. Mainstays Curtain Rod. The Mainstays curtain rod, currently carrying a $12 clearance tag, looks like a minor accessory not worth a second thought. Yet this happens to be one of the most textbook cases of a price discrepancy between the store shelves and Walmart's own website. When you open the Walmart app and search for this exact curtain rod model, the online price starts at just $7, the exact same product, the exact same brand, the exact same retailer, but a $5 difference simply because you are standing inside the store instead of sitting at home. Place the order online, select in-store pickup, and you save $5 without needing to put in any extra effort. Brinks Hardware. The smart home revolution is forcing major retail chains to give up prime shelf space to fingerprint locks and touchscreen devices. As a result, the entire catalog of traditional handles and locks from Brinks is being phased out with a sweeping markdown of up to 45% across the entire old model catalog. The Brinks round doorknob set for bedrooms and bathrooms is dropping from $18 down to $10. The premium lever lock set for main doors is marked down from $34 to $21. The heavy-duty deadbolt lock is slashed from $25 down to only about $13.50. These are the actual numbers at the storefront. Brinks has been a trusted name for security in the U.S. for decades, featuring durable alloy materials, anti-pick lock cylinders, and a reliable mechanical installation process without any worries about dead batteries or software glitches. If you are keeping the classic architecture of your home intact, this is a rare window of time where you can upgrade your entire home security hardware at a significantly lower total cost. Better Homes and Gardens Bathroom Shelf. These Better Homes and Gardens bathroom hanging shelves are currently heavily marked down and piled high on the clearance shelves, looking like a deal well worth picking up. However, this is a product that receives a consistently negative wave of feedback from consumers across shopping groups, and there is a specific reason for that. The plating on this shelf line degrades and rusts very quickly after a few weeks of exposure to hot steam in the bathroom, leaving dirty rust stains on the tiled walls that are difficult to clean. Furthermore, the clearance between the shelf tiers is too narrow to fit the large-sized shampoo and body wash bottles that most families typically buy in bulk at Costco or Sam's Club. The next item on the list is something that once you use it, it is very hard to go back to your old way of cooking, and the price is currently at the lowest point you can find this year. Ninja Foodi Smart XL. Walmart has placed the Ninja Foodi Smart XL into its super deal category for the month to stimulate demand ahead of the major holidays, and the $100 price drop from $249 down to $149 is a number substantial enough to turn a maybe later decision into an immediate purchase today. The key detail to know is that this is a 100% brand new factory sealed item, not a display model or a returned item. At the $149 mark, the Ninja Foodi Smart XL has no real competitor in its segment. The large capacity is enough to grill 4 steaks at the same time. The smart thermometer technology controls temperature accurately down to the exact degree, and the smoke control system allows you to grill food right inside an air-conditioned room without worrying about the smell haunting the entire house. Karot Cookware Set. Karote has partnered with Walmart to drive massive volume for the summer program. And as a result, this 10-piece ceramic cookware set with removable handles is being slashed from $129 down to $59, which is a massive drop of over 54%. This is a win-win strategy. Karote needs deeper penetration into the U.S. market, while Walmart needs a kitchen item enticing enough to draw foot traffic during the summer season. The absolute best selling point of this set is the removable handle design. After cooking on the stove, you simply detach the handle and the pot can go straight into the oven or be placed directly onto the dining table without needing extra serving dishes. When stacked together, it saves up to 70% of kitchen cabinet space compared to conventional pots and pans. Compared to Tefal or mainstays in the same price tier, Karote looks more refined, and the durability of its ceramic coating is rated significantly higher in long-term reviews. Hamilton Beach Toaster. Hamilton Beach is currently running a campaign to completely overhaul its product lineup look, phasing out its traditional glossy black plastic casings to make room for powder-coated cream and matte black versions that fit a more minimalist trend. As a result, the Hamilton Beach plastic and stainless steel casing toaster is carrying a clearance tag dropping from $25 down to $15, which is a markdown of nearly 40% simply because the color no longer aligns with the brand's new design direction. At the $15 mark, this is a price point where you would be hard-pressed to find a brand with equivalent motor durability and stable heating element performance at Dollar Tree or grocery store end caps. The minimalist design featuring durable mechanical buttons, wide slots, an automatic shutoff feature, and a high-lift lever to help retrieve smaller pieces of bread without worrying about burning your hands is the exact practical feature you use every single morning. Hamilton Beach Big Mouth Juicer. For the exact same reason as the toaster line, Hamilton Beach is pushing this glossy black plastic model off the shelves to make room for slow juicer lines with more modern designs. The Big Mouth Juicer is dropping from $69 down to $42, and if you are looking for a heavy-duty juicer to boost vitamins for your family in the morning, this is the right time to take action. The Big Mouth name is no coincidence. The extra-wide feed chute allows you to toss in a whole medium-sized apple or carrot without having to stand there and chop it up first. The 800-watt power extracts juice quickly, and the large pulp bin makes a busy morning significantly less complicated. Compared to Breville, the Big Mouth does not squeeze the pulp quite as bone dry, but at $42 compared to Breville's $200 price tag, that is a trade-off most families will accept without a second thought. Rubbermaid Easy Find Lids. Rubbermaid is clearing the runway for its premium Brilliance line featuring glass-like clear latching lids, and as a consequence, the entire traditional flexible lid Easy Find Lids line is being liquidated with a markdown of up to 45%. The 18-piece set, originally $30, is now only $16.50, and this is the kind of deal that smart shoppers usually call buying out of practicality, not out of excitement. Easy Find Lids is the quintessential food storage container line in American kitchens for a simple reason. The red lids can snap tightly together or snap securely to the bottom of the containers, so you never find yourself in a situation where you're looking for a container that lost its lid. The heavy-duty No. 5 plastic material is completely microwave and dishwasher safe. At $16.50 for 18 pieces, this price point is even more competitive than the large bulk sets at Sam's Club. And once Rubbermaid clears out the inventory to bring in the new line, this price will be gone. 9th generation iPad. Walmart does not clear out iPad inventory very often, and when they do, it is usually a sign of a larger transition within the product line. This time, it's because Apple is transitioning entirely to the USB-C port and an all-screen design, meaning this final generation of iPad utilizing the Lightning port needs to go. It is dropping from $329 down to $229, and this is a price threshold where an iPad has never been this accessible. The only difference between this iPad and the newer generations is the charging port and the screen bezel design. Otherwise, the A13 Bionic chip is still incredibly smooth for all daily needs, like watching movies, reading the news, making FaceTime calls, or browsing the web without any lagging or stuttering. And the physical home button with Touch ID is something that many older adults actually prefer over the complicated swiping gestures of the newer models. Shark just announced that its next generation robot line will launch this fall, and that is creating a pretty rare opportunity at Walmart this week. Shark IQ Robot. Shark is preparing to launch a new series of next-generation robots integrated with object recognition AI this fall, and the current Shark IQ line is having to make room. As a result, the RV1001AE model, which usually ranges from $450 to $500, is being placed on clearance for about $299, meaning a markdown of up to 40% for a product that has absolutely zero quality issues and is simply being replaced by the next generation. The absolute best selling point of this line is the self-emptying base with a capacity of up to 30 days, meaning you pretty much don't even have to think about emptying dust for an entire month. The robot maps your home on its own, and its cleaning performance on both carpets and hard floors consistently ranks at the top of its class. Shark Cordless Pet Plus. Along with the robot line, Shark is also liquidating the Cordless Pet Plus stick vacuum to make room for new models featuring battery percentage display screens and more compact folding wand designs. Dropping from $279 down to $179, this $100 markdown turns this machine into a highly considerable alternative for anyone who has been wishing for a cordless Dyson line but is still hesitant due to the $400 price tag. The real game changer on this unit is the self-cleaning brush roll nozzle that automatically cuts through hair and pet fur wrapped around the roller, completely eliminating the hassle of having to use scissors to cut tangled hair after every vacuuming session like older machine lines required. Walmart runs clearance items every single week, but the time window for the genuine deals typically only lasts a few days before the shelves go empty. Knowing about it before everyone else is no small advantage. It is actual cash you get to keep inside your wallet every month.